Alright, I apologize about that. Rule number one with videotaping, make sure you got enough tape in your camera. Okay, so let's jump right back in what I was saying. So we're talking about, I gave you the different proteins, the different starches, the good fats, then the high fiber fruits and veggies, and then the other non-starchy veggies. Those are kind of the same category, many of those. But, so again, I did not say, okay, you're going to eat 3 cups of broccoli in the morning with a tablespoon of coconut oil and 3 eggs. Okay, so I didn't say that. And for some of you, that'll frustrate you. But again, what I'm trying to do is trying to teach you how to do this, not just give you a plan. So the theory behind it. So what you're going to need to do, and I highly recommend you doing this if you don't have one already, is going out to Walmart, Target, and buying yourself a food scale, one of those digital ones. They'll cost you about $30. I think you can get some cheap ones for about $15 to $20. And food scales are going to be just so important, at least starting out until you can kind of visualize how many calories and the weight of different foods. And then just go online to, there's tons of other ones, like Calorie King, CalorieCounter.com. There's tons of them out there, and they're going to have pretty much every single food item, vegetable, packaged thing, if you're eating packaged things, but you should not be eating those very often. Every breakdown of carbs, proteins, fats, and all the vitamins and nutrients, which is past where we need to go with this. So you're going to have to start by doing a little bit of homework and saying, okay, so first, let's just use week 1, meal 1, 10 grams of fat. Okay, so then you go to your list of fats. You got salmon, butter, coconut oil, milk, flaxseed oil, fish oil, almonds, cashews, walnuts. I didn't put eggs in there, but eggs, I put eggs in another one, I think. Anyways, eggs are good. If I didn't put them in, I may have left them out. Oh, there we go. Eggs that are in the protein, but of course, you eat the yolks, you're going to get fat in the yolk. So you're going to have to do a little bit of research to figure out, okay, how many eggs, if I want to eat eggs in the morning, how many eggs should I be eating? And then, like, how much oatmeal should I be eating to get 20 grams? If I throw the milk in there, if I'm going to be having milk, how many grams does that include? And then how many grams of protein do I need? What protein source? Okay, I'm going to do, again, I'll do egg whites for my protein source. Okay, how much egg whites do I need? You're going to have to look that up. So there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, and it'll take a little bit of time, but I promise you, learning this stuff now is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of frustration in the future. So again, next meal, meal 2, you're going to go 20 grams of starch, 12 grams of fruit, 26 grams. So I kept it very simple. Most every meal is similar overall, except the starches change up. So you're going to be able to get a good idea of what 3 ounces of chicken looks like, or 5 ounces of chicken, after weighing it a couple times. And I recommend cooking in bulk. So say you're doing chicken breasts, which chicken breasts are great for this kind of eating plan. Cook up 5 to 10 chicken breasts, put them in the refrigerator or freezer, and you'll just have one ready each time. So, okay, so that's that. And like I said, week 1 is a great plan to stay on, like, for a lifetime. A lot of those principles are very powerful. Week 2 is also very good. It's been shown to be effective as a long-term solution for rotating your carbs so that your body does not get used to any one carb and calorie level. And then the 3rd week is, like I said, very intense. So one thing you're going to have, I'm sure, a lot of questions come up with this. One thing is, if you do little things wrong, it says 10 grams of fat. If you get 12 grams of fat in one meal, it's not a big deal, but these are general guidelines that you should be following. Now the tricky part comes in when you do your workout and how that changes things, because you should know by now, pre- and post-workout nutrition is very important. And so before the workout, you want to be consuming some carbs, ideally, some simple sugars, and fruit. Fruit's a great one. Dairy products also work. And then a little bit of protein with that, ideally. And then after the workout, you want some protein and you want some fat. Now, if you're working out, say, 5:30 in the morning, which I know a lot of you guys are doing, this is a little tricky because you can't just eat a good-sized meal right before you work out. I would recommend just something really, really light, like half a piece of fruit, maybe a little yogurt, or what else? A little cup of juice, maybe 50 calories worth. Basically, we're just trying to get a little bit of energy, a little bit of sugar in the bloodstream to get you moving and get you energy for that workout. And then right after the workout, again, you want some more carbs and you want some protein. And you do not want fats. So if you look, at meal one, which maybe your meal one might be after your workout, I've got 10 grams of fat there. I would try to drop that down a little bit. You can still have a little bit of fat, but we want to get that protein and those carbs circulating through the body really quickly. So that's why protein drinks are so great. I think I'll post a link to a new protein powder that I recommend. That it's a little bit more pricey, but it's all natural sweeteners, which you're not going to find cheap all natural sweeteners. The cheap ones are the fake sugars. So if you don't want to do that, you can go to GNC or bodybuilding.com and get something that's a lot cheaper. That'll be have a lot of fake sugars in it. So maybe cut down the fat for the meal one, because you're trying to get the protein and the carbs circulating through the body really quickly, and then maybe you increase the fat on meal two instead. So there's a lot of different play that you can. And but if it's like a zero carb day on week 3, we're not even really going to get those carbs in before or after the workout, because our primary goal at this point is fat loss and not necessarily muscle gain. Okay? So for those days, you're not even going to really you're just going to have protein and maybe some fat. So we'll break the rules a little bit for those days. But overall, you want the protein and carb before the workout, protein and carb after the workout. So hopefully that answers a lot of your questions. Just looking through it one more time here. Please don't share this menu plan with too many people, since you are in an elite group that does get this because you have signed up for my programs. I'm not giving this out to just everyone. If you want to share it with your family or something like that, or your close friend that you want to do it with them, that's totally fine. One last thing I wanted to mention was to also do measurements. I'll post a link to one of my YouTube videos explaining how to accurately measure your body parts, and then also get a scale weight. 21 days is pretty short, only 3 weeks, but you could certainly see some results from that, maybe 5 pounds of weight loss, maybe an inch off the waist. But if you continue this type of plan for 2 months, 3 months, you really start to see the inches shedding off. So hopefully that helps you. Hopefully this does not bring up more questions than answers. And like I said, you're going to have to put some work in to figure things out a little bit of what exactly that means for you with the eating, based on what you like to eat, based off the list I provided you. But it'll give you a lot of flexibility. You can always be changing things up if that's what you like. I personally like to keep it simple and eat almost the same thing every day, because I know what I'm getting in each day, and I don't really have to think about it. So depends what you want to do. So anyways, this is Dustin Maher, and I hope you found this helpful, and I'll get this sent out to you right away. Take care.